UFO sightings are often blurry and dismissed, but not this time, as something shocking just happened. In March, a mysterious sphere-shaped UFO appeared in Buga, Colombia, zigzagging through the sky before smashing into power lines and crashing into nearby hills.
Levitando en la atmósfera. Y los sensores que tiene principales, dentro de tantos que tienen las fibras ópticas, son precisamente para censar condiciones atmosféricas.
For once, it was all caught clearly on camera. But the real shock came afterward. Scientists who examined the object reportedly fell ill, sparking panic and urgent investigation. Was this an alien craft? A government secret gone wrong? Watch till the end, because this isn't the only UFO sighting that was caught clearly on camera. Sphere UFO recovered in Colombia. The shocking case occurred in March 2025, when a mysterious metallic sphere was seen by many residents in Buga, Colombia, descending, and this sparked intense debate among scientists, UFO enthusiasts, and skeptics alike. Residents couldn't believe their eyes when they saw the object zigzagging through the sky before colliding with power lines and crashing into one of the nearby hills. Scientists quickly rushed to retrieve the strange sphere, which they discovered was around the size of a soccer ball and weighing around 4.5 pounds. It had unusual features, including a cold surface temperature and intricate engravings resembling ancient scripts such as runes, Ogham, and Mesopotamian symbols. This was already a shocking finding for the entire world, as there was a strange sphere with weird symbols that came from nowhere. Radiologist Dr. José Luis Velázquez conducted preliminary analyses, revealing that the sphere lacked visible welds or joints, which meant it was not made by a human. X-ray imaging uncovered a complex internal structure. There were 3 concentric metal layers encasing 18 microspheres arranged around a central chip. The materials appeared to be high-density metals, like titanium or steel, but the scientists couldn't figure out what it was. Further intrigue rose up when artificial intelligence tools were employed to interpret the strange words that were inscribed in the sphere. But the AI decoded a message of transformation, consciousness, and environmental stewardship. This caused some researchers to speculate that this strange sphere had come from an extraterrestrial origin who had a philosophical idea of humanity. But there's still a lot of skepticism involved in this finding. Critics have been questioning the clarity and scale of the video footage, as they argued that an object that is so small would not be easily visible from a distance. Also, some concerns were raised about the sphere, as when it first landed, diverse individuals, including children, got to it before the scientists. Many felt like it was dangerous, especially if the object was truly of alien origin. This controversy became worse when one of the individuals who touched the sphere stated that he fell ill after touching it. He also claimed that pouring water on the object caused it to emit smoke and vaporize the liquid instantly. Right now, no one knows where the sphere came from or what its purpose is. Some see it as a potential artifact of extraterrestrial intelligence, but to others, it was a hoax. But researchers can't stop studying the sphere because they want to find out its true nature. As scientists still focus on figuring out what this strange sphere that landed from outer space is, enthusiasts are taking a look back at other strange UFOs. Did you know that a saucer was once discovered in Costa Rica? 1971. Costa Rica UFO. On September 4, 1971, the National Geographic Institute of Costa Rica carried out an aerial survey over Lake Cote in Costa Rica. During this survey, they took a pretty impressive and very clear photo of the UFO that continues to intrigue enthusiasts and researchers alike. During the survey, researchers were looking to assess the region for a potential hydroelectric project near the Arenal volcano. On a twin-engine Aero Commander F-680 aircraft, the aerial photographer Sergio Loaiza operated a 100-pound automated mapping camera which captured high-resolution black and white images at 20-second intervals from an altitude of 10,000 feet. Many frames were taken that morning, but one of them stood out, and that was frame number 300. It revealed a clear, metallic, disc-shaped object that hovered over the lake's surface. The object seemed to be about 120 to 220 feet in diameter, and it only appeared in this single frame, and it was not seen in the preceding or following images. At first, the photograph was kept confidential, and Sergio and his team were warned never to discuss it. But in the 1980s, things took an interesting turn when a Costa Rican UFO researcher, Ricardo Vilches, obtained a copy of the negative and showed it to international experts. When the experts checked it, they were shocked to find out that it was genuine, with no signs of manipulation or defects. It has been called the best UFO photo ever taken. But apart from this saucer, what about a cigar-shaped UFO? Cigar Shaped UFO. On March 25, 2024, Michelle Reyes, a passenger on a commercial flight approaching New York's LaGuardia Airport, saw the shock of her life and didn't miss the chance to record it. She captured video footage of a mysterious cylindrical object that was flying near her plane. The object was a dark cylinder with a white dome, and it moved so fast in a flash in the opposite direction of the aircraft. Michelle immediately shared the video and still images on social media, asking for assistance. She also reported the sighting to the Federal Aviation Administration, as she was afraid it would be a safety hazard. But she didn't get a response. At first, it was hard to believe her, but another passenger stepped forward to say that they saw the object, adding credibility to the sighting. Thomas Wertman, who was the Ohio State Director of the Mutual UFO Network, analyzed the footage and revealed that the object was traveling at an altitude of about 2,500 feet. It was so close to the plane during its landing approach. After analyzing the video, it was not a drone, helicopter, or military aircraft, giving the unusual shape and proximity to a major flight path as the reasons. There was no evidence of tampering or a hoax, and the footage was so clear, making it likely to be real. This UFO might have just gone straight past, but it's not the only one spotted near the airport, gaining the attention of the Pentagon. Orb near airport. In October 2023, there was a shocking sighting at Sarasota-Bradenton International Airport in Florida. Airport workers and other witnesses saw a metallic orb hovering in broad daylight. It was too good to be true. The object was silver and reflective, and maintained a steady altitude with strange precision. It lacked any form of propulsion. The strange behavior did not conform to the common airborne objects, like balloons or drones. This incident was quite similar to the strange orb seen near LaGuardia Airport in New York City. With two strange orbs seen near the airports, the government became alarmed, and UFO enthusiasts started to wonder if there was a reason for these similar sightings. The Pentagon's All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office has acknowledged that spherical metallic orbs are one of the most commonly reported unidentified aerial phenomena worldwide. These objects are usually about 1 to 4 meters in diameter, with altitudes between 10,000 and 30,000 feet. But strange orbs are not only found near planes and airports. What about the UFO supposedly summoned by a strange woman? South Downs Orb sighting. On February 11, 2025, just a month before the shocking UFO appeared in Colombia, a strange UFO sighting occurred over South Downs National Park in England. UFO sightings are usually strange, but this was even weirder. attracting the attention of enthusiasts and skeptics. An independent researcher who was using a Nikon P1000 and iPhone 14 Pro Max managed to record a high-definition 4K footage at a silver orb hovering in the sky. But it was weird that the event was premeditated. The researcher announced that he wanted to film a UFO, and so he collaborated with a woman who claimed that she had the ability to summon UFOs. The sighting happened under clear skies, with a 10-mile-per-hour wind. Suddenly, the orb emerged from the sky and had erratic movements, hovering, darting side to side, and then ascending rapidly. It suggested a controlled flight, rather than drifting with the wind. The object even stayed within a confined area for about 20 minutes, unlike a normal wind-borne debris. To make things even weirder, an unusual blur field surrounded the orb, so the camera could not even balance its focus. After ascending diagonally, the object suddenly disappeared, adding to the mystery. Still, he had proof with about 90 still images, and experts revealed that there was no evidence of tampering in the footage. But now, let's take a look at one of the most debated images in UFO history: Calvine UFO photograph. The Calvine UFO was spotted in August 1990 near Calvine, Scotland, and is known as one of the most enigmatic UFO findings. According to two hikers, they saw a massive diamond-shaped object hovering silently in the sky. Then it was accompanied by a military jet, which they thought was a Harrier. They managed to take 6 photographs of the scene before the object ascended vertically at high speed and vanished. These photos were so clear with no sign of tampering and showed that UFOs existed. Even worse, it seemed like the military knew about these UFOs because one of their jets was chasing it. This brought up many questions like, what's the government hiding from the rest of the world? The hikers submitted their photographs to the Scottish Daily Record newspaper instead of publishing them, and then forwarded the images to the Ministry of Defense. Afterwards, the photographs and negatives disappeared from public view, leading to more suspicion. After more than 30 years in 2022, the photograph resurfaced due to the efforts of British journalist and academic Dr. David Clarke. He found out that the former Royal Air Force press officer, Craig Lindsay, retained a copy of one of the original prints. The image was later published, bringing more interest to it. Till now, no one knows what the object was and why it was being chased by the military. But did you know that a serviceman once claimed to touch a UFO? Rendlessham Forest Incident. The Rendlessham Forest Incident, often dubbed Britain's Roswell, is known as one of the most renowned UFO encounters in the UK. In late December 1980, the U.S. Air Force personnel stationed at RAF Woodbridge in Suffolk reported witnessing unexplained lights and a metallic object in the nearby forest. In the early hours of December 26th, security patrols noticed lights descending into Rendlesham Forest. At first, they just thought an aircraft had crashed, but when they investigated, they were met with a glowing metallic object with colored lights. When they came closer in fear, they noticed that the object moved through the trees and the animals nearby were agitated. One of the servicemen, Sergeant Jim Peniston, revealed that he touched the craft, making it even more shocking. 2 nights later, for further investigation, Lieutenant Colonel Charles Halt led a team to the site. They found out that there were high radiation levels in the area, and there was a flashing red light aligned with the Orford Ness Lighthouse. What's more, they saw star-like objects in the star, one of them emitting beams of light. The military officers eventually left with no way to confront the UFO. But what did seamen do when they noticed a weird UFO approaching them near an island? Trendade Island sighting. On January 16, 1958, a major UFO sighting occurred near Trendade Island, a remote location about 680 miles off Brazil's east coast. The Brazilian Navy ship named Almirante Saldanha was anchored nearby and conducted scientific research as part of the International Geophysical Year. Around midday, crew members and scientists aboard the vessel noticed a gray, metallic, disc-shaped object that was approaching the island from the east. The object made a quick turn near the island's peak, and in an unpredictable move, it accelerated and then disappeared into the clouds. Photographer Almiro Baraúna was on board to document the expedition, but he ended up taking pictures of the unidentified object. These images were later developed and analyzed, and the Brazilian Navy took on the role of releasing them to the press. The photographs attracted a lot of attention, and it was published in diverse newspapers and magazines. But some people were unsure about whether it was real or not. The Brazilian Navy had to investigate the incident, but there was no conclusion on the type of object it was. Some skeptics feared that the object was fabricated, so they analyzed the images, and there was no evidence of that. The U.S. also had to review the case, but still saw no signs of tampering. This sighting was only once, unlike the shocking incident in Turkey that lasted for 2 years. Turkey UFO Incident. Between 2007 and 2009, there was a series of unexplained aerial sightings that occurred over Kumburgaz, a coastal town near Istanbul, Turkey. The primary witness was a night security guard, Yalçın Yalman, who captured extensive video footage of luminous, disc-shaped objects hovering over the Sea of Marmara. Using a camera with a 200 times optical zoom lens, the security guard recorded detailed images that seemed to show structural features of the object. To make things worse, there were humanoid figures spotted inside the crafts in some frames. These videos were also corroborated by multiple eyewitnesses, like local residents and tourists. The footage garnered significant attention and was analyzed by various experts and institutions. The Scientific and Technological Research Council of Turkey examined the original tapes and concluded that the images were not the result of computer-generated effects or studio manipulation. Their report stated that the objects captured had physical structures and could not be classified as conventional aircraft, satellites, or known natural phenomena. Independent analyses by researchers from Japan, Russia, and Chile reached similar conclusions, affirming the authenticity of the videos. Still, there are still some skeptics, as some critics say that the footage could be a hoax. All this time, there has been no evidence, just like the case of the UFO spotted at China Lake. China Lake UFO. In 2007, a radar test was carried out at the Naval Air Weapons Station China Lake in California, and a photographer captured images of a disc-shaped object in the sky. The photographs showed a metallic craft with no visible means of propulsion, and it was spotted hovering silently above the test area. With no means of propulsion, the object was clearly not a drone or any other object we might know. The images were analyzed by several experts around the world. Jason Gleaves from the UK considered them genuine, while Dr. Bruce Maccabee from the USA and Tobias Lindgren from Sweden remained uncertain about their authenticity. Conversely, Ricardo Varela and Inajar Kurowski from Brazil believed the photographs to be fabricated. There were differing opinions on all sides, but the photographs kept researchers and enthusiasts intrigued. Some say that it could be some form of experimental military craft, while others propose more exotic explanations. But did you know that pilots once spotted a UFO shaped like a tic-tac? USS Nimts Encounter. On November 14, 2004, U.S. Navy pilots from the USS Nimitz Carrier Strike Group found themselves in front of an unidentified flying object off the coast of Southern California. The incident started when the USS Princeton, a guided missile cruiser in the group, detected anomalous radar contacts over several days. They detected objects descending from altitudes of about 80,000 feet to 20,000 feet. and then hovering in the air. Commander David Fravor and Lieutenant Commander Alex Dietrich were dispatched in FA-18F Super Hornets to investigate. Upon arrival, they observed a disturbance in the ocean and a white oval-shaped object, approximately 40 feet in length, hovering above it. The object exhibited no visible means of propulsion, such as wings or rotors, and moved erratically, performing maneuvers beyond the capabilities of known aircraft. As Commander Fravor attempted to approach, the object suddenly ascended rapidly and then disappeared. Afterwards, another pilot, Lieutenant Commander Chad Underwood, captured infrared video of the object with an advanced FLIR camera. He came up with the term tic-tac to describe the shape of the UFO. The Pentagon officially released the FLIR video in 2020, acknowledging the encounter as involving unidentified aerial phenomena. Coal train sighting. During a routine break, a police officer experienced an unusual event that began with unexpected static on his radio. Investigating the interference, he observed a smooth metallic disc silently ascending from the ground. The object emitted no sound and left no visible traces, defying conventional explanations. Such encounters, where electronic disturbances coincide with UFO sightings, have been documented in various reports, suggesting a potential link between electromagnetic anomalies and unidentified aerial phenomena. The officer's experience adds to a growing list of incidents where law enforcement personnel have reported close encounters with unexplained objects, highlighting the need for further investigation into these occurrences. Banker's wife, clear day sighting. On a clear day, the wife of a prominent banker reported witnessing a silent, wingless object flying overhead. The object was clearly visible against the backdrop of a cloudless sky, allowing for detailed observation. Its lack of wings or visible propulsion systems, combined with its silent movement, distinguished it from conventional aircraft. Such sightings, especially under optimal viewing conditions, challenge existing understandings of aerial technology and flight dynamics. The witness's credible background further lends weight to the report, emphasizing the importance of documenting and studying such incidents to enhance our understanding of unexplained aerial phenomena. What do you think of the UFO sighting in Colombia? And do you believe these sightings are leading us closer to undeniable proof of extraterrestrial life? Share your thoughts with us in the comment section. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more. Also, click the next video showing on your screen. You will enjoy it.